When we think about major security threats, we usually picture some shadowy figure typing away at complex lines of code from a server halfway across the world. But sometimes, the biggest threats are hiding right in front of us, disguised as the most ordinary, everyday objects.
So take a look at this. At first glance, it just looks like a mint container, right? Something you just toss in your pocket or your bag without a second thought. But what if I told you this little box could make an entire home security system go completely blind?
Yeah, I know. It seems kind of crazy. How can a seemingly harmless object pose such a huge threat? Well, let's dive in and uncover what's really going on here.
And that's the whole point. Its design is brilliant because it's meant to be overlooked. You're supposed to dismiss it. But its purpose has absolutely nothing to do with mints and everything to do with compromising your digital security.
Okay, so what you're actually looking at is something called an ESP32 deauthor. Now, in simple terms, it's a tiny device that can basically impersonate your Wi-Fi network and then forcibly kick all of your devices right off of it, your phone, your laptop, and most importantly, your security cameras.
This powerful little capability leads to what's known as a deauthentication attack. So let's break down exactly how it blinds your cameras.
The process is actually shockingly simple. An attacker just needs to be somewhere near your house. They activate the device and bam, it forces your cameras to disconnect from Wi-Fi. The very moment that connection is lost, the camera stops recording to the cloud. And just like that, the attacker has created a digital blind spot. They're invisible.
And don't think this is just about one specific brand of camera. The real vulnerability here lies with the Wi-Fi connection itself. So yeah, we're talking about popular systems like Ring, but it also includes your iPhones, your laptops, basically any device that relies on that Wi-Fi signal to function is a potential target.
This capability leads to a pretty chilling outcome. The attacker essentially becomes a ghost, a totally invisible intruder.
A ghost. Just think about that. An attacker can move around your property completely unseen by the very system you installed to protect it. They aren't just avoiding detection, they are literally erasing the very possibility of being detected digitally in the first place.
But why does this work so well? Well, it all comes down to a really critical flaw in how a lot of these modern security devices operate. And that flaw is all about vanishing evidence.
Here's the deal. Many popular cameras, especially those super easy-to-install ones, send their recordings directly to the cloud. They don't have any local storage, like a little SD card inside, to act as a backup. So if the Wi-Fi is down, even for just a few minutes, there's nowhere for the video to go. The camera is on, but it isn't recording a single thing.
The consequence of this is crystal clear. Normally, your camera would capture evidence, a clear record of someone's approach. But with this attack, that entire sequence is just gone. It leaves a total blank. No footage, no timeline, no proof.
And that brings us to the number that really matters here, 0. That is precisely how much video evidence is left behind. It's a nearly perfect digital crime because it prevents the evidence from ever being created at all. All of this really forces us to ask a tough question. What is security really? If a camera watching your home can be blinded this easily, it's pretty clear we need to think beyond just a single device. True security has to be layered, maybe combining Wi-Fi cameras with wired ones, or making sure your system has local SD card storage as a backup. It really makes you reconsider your own setup, doesn't it?